the opposition side keep harping on the point sovereignty, and our stance here is, why should we compromise sovereignty for human rights? Now, genocide, we feel, is the worst form of violence and worst form of violation of human rights. We have killings there, and it's mass killings of a single race. How can we let that happen? These humans also have their rights, and we feel that UN is in the best position to intervene and to protect these humans. Because if we don't care about them at all, and just because of the sovereignty, are we going to let them die then? So we feel that the UN should be the one going in to protect these people, because we should uphold we should uphold the human rights of these individuals. Okay, and secondly, I'll deal on why is it that we feel the Secretary General plays the most important part to deal with this, to make this decision. It's because the Secretary General has been appointed by the Security Council. So obviously he would represent the Security Council in making this decision, and because he holds such an important position, we believe that we believe the Secretary General will be able to consider seriously what is a genocide. Whether the genocide is serious enough to have the UN to invade, to be able to protect these people.
Before you go,
yes.
what I must recognize the fact that the Secretary General is not the guy making the decisions. The Security Council is the one. The Secretary General is basically the spokesperson, and he represents the ideas of the Security Council.
Thank you, sir. Now, you see, just now my first speaker has been talking about the ineffectiveness of the Security Council to make decisions. How can we, because of this, when we have many events taking place, the Security Council have been squabbling over themselves to make just a simple decision on whether to invade, whether to compromise the sovereignty of the country, or whether to invade to help the people or not. And because of this, many people have already been killed before help has been given. So we feel that the Secretary General needs to be there to just make this decision, to stop the Security Council from having just squabbling among themselves and just immediately make the decision to help these people. No, thank you. Thirdly, my rebuttal on the peacekeeping force. The proposition side said the peacekeeping force is for humanitarian reasons, and that the UN has been respecting the sovereignty and don't go in anyhow. But he said in the case of Iraq that the UN still respected their sovereignty, but we don't see so, because in fact the US just invaded Iraq without having the consent of Iraq at all. And because of this case, the UN actually also stepped in to resolve the peace and security of the country. And because they did so in this case, why not the UN do it also to help to maintain peace and security in other countries that genocide is happening? Okay, now my point is on the part that because countries have sovereignty, they use it as a form of deterrent. They feel safe. Now governments, because they have this sovereignty that UN cannot anyhow invade, they feel safe that, oh, if I don't like this race, I can kill them already. And they just can harp on the point that I have absolute sovereignty, and the UN has no right to invade on my country, even if I'm doing mass killings on my own people. And because of this, the UN, we feel that we need to step in so that we don't empower these governments, these incapable governments, of killing the people. Because we uphold human rights, we need to go in and help these people. We feel that we need to take away this empowerment of these country governments, and these governments since they're already having genocides, they are obviously already incapable as a government, because genocide is obviously a wrong thing to do. It's the most violent form of violation of people's rights. So we don't feel that the government is in the right position to do so. And since they already compromised that, I mean, they already cannot make the right decisions for the country. They have already forfeited the country's sovereignty, and so the UN feels that the UN can go in to help the people and to help maintain peace in that country. Yes.
So basically, you're expecting every single country to conform to the UN, and if they don't, basically the UN can forfeit their sovereignty.
It's not true. We feel that the UN is already a world body there, so they are able to make the right decision into whether they are able to make the right decisions on whether they should go into the country and compromise their sovereignty or not. So, and we believe that with the Secretary General having put him in place, his decision is the most effective one, because we don't need to have the Security Council arguing on whether to invade or not. And therefore, our side feels that the UN Secretary General should have the power to make this decision. Therefore, the proposition must stand. Thank you.